Welcome back to the channel. Today's beginner guide video is going to be about the different vehicles in 7 Days to Die. These range from pedaling a bike on the ground to flying in the air with a gyrocopter. Most vehicles use gas to work, and you are able to attach mods to increase their performance. But we are jumping ahead, so let's first talk about how we unlock the vehicles and how we make them. You will need to raise your skill level in vehicles by reading the vehicle adventure books that you can find in loot or buy from the trader. You can increase your odds of fighting these books by putting points into Grease Monkey. However, you will need to get your intellect skill to level 2 before you can put your first point into Grease Monkey. Then you will have to wait for your intellect to go up by 2 before you can put your next skill point into Grease Monkey. This pattern will continue until your intellect skill is at level 10, and then you will be able to unlock the 5th and final skill in Grease Monkey. However, the level of Grease Monkey does not impact the probability of finding the vehicle adventures book in loot. So all you need is just level 1 and you will have the same chance to pull a vehicle adventures book as if you had a level 5 with Grease Monkey. Grease Monkey will show the progression of the different vehicles in 7 Days to Die and will make it cheaper to make the vehicles by lowering the ingredient cost. As you can see here, level 1 is for bicycle mechanic. This will make crafting wheels and bicycle parts cheaper. And next is minibike master, same deal. Then we have motorcycle mechanic, also making that cheaper. Then we have truck nut, followed by avionics wizard. And as you will notice as I went through these, the higher your skill in Grease Monkey, the more the repair kits do when you're repairing your vehicles. Unlike other skills, you will not unlock different items and vehicles over time. You will have to get to this final level and then you will unlock all the items. For example, we will level up all the way to level 5 in vehicles. Now that I am level 5 in vehicles, you will see that I have unlocked every item underneath the bicycle and wheels. So the chassis, the handlebars, and the wheel all unlocked at the same time, and it will be like that for each tier under vehicles. Now, you do not need to reach tier 1 in order to get wheels in the game. You can find these by looting vehicles or checking in loot throughout the world. You do have a chance to pull them at random. You will need to reach level 20 to unlock the ability to make the minibike chassis, minibike handlebars, oil, and gas. You can easily get oil by wrenching vehicles and in the passing gas crates. You can also find gas in these containers as well as by wrenching vehicles. Finding gas in loot or buying some from the trader is a great way to get fuel at the start of the game, but eventually you will want to start making gas in the chemistry station using oil shell. You will need to come to the desert biome in order to find oil shell. This is what it will look if you're looking around. By beating on this rock, you will start to collect the oil shell. When looking at a map, you will see this tannish looking color square. This is how you could tell where oil shell is at so you can go find it. You will need to reach level 45 to unlock the ability to make the motorcycle chassis, motorcycle handlebars, and a stack of gas. The stack of gas is my primary way of getting gas once I have this unlocked. You can craft 5,000 units of gas at a time, and this will give you a better bang for your buck than crafting the gas individually. If you do not make the stack of gas, then you have to use 1 oil shell to get 2 units of gasoline. So this means that you will need 2,500 oil shell in order to make 5,000 units of gas. Whereas if you make the stack of gas, you will only need to use 2,000 oil shell. You will need to reach level 70 to unlock the ability to make the 4x4 truck chassis and the 4x4 truck accessories. And finally, you will need to reach level 100 with the vehicle's skill to unlock the ability to make the gyrocopter chassis and the gyrocopter accessories. You will need to have a workbench in order to craft any vehicle in the game. So if we go to bicycle, we see it's required here, and it will be the same for either the minibike, motorcycle, truck, or the gyrocopter. The vehicles will require different parts, but there are at least 2 items that you will need to make any vehicle besides the bike. These are a battery and an engine. Both of these items can be purchased from a trader or found in loot. However, the best way to look for these items is by wrenching vehicles that are not broken down. There are 2 different types of vehicles in the game. One is a broken vehicle like the one we see here. If you wrench this vehicle, you will only get scrap iron from the wrenching. However, we do have vehicles that are still fully lootable. So first you want to loot the vehicle to see if you can find a part you need or a vehicle adventure book. In this case, we do not. Now, what we can do is we can start to wrench the vehicle. We will find things we need such as gas. We have mechanical parts, springs, electrical parts. We do also have oil that we're finding. Now, there's a headlight, which we do need for vehicles. This is a good way how we can go and try to find ourselves a battery as well as an engine. So in this case, we did not get lucky and did not get an engine. Now, you will see when you go wrench vehicles that batteries will have different levels. This will not have an impact on the type of vehicle that you are crafting. So a better battery will not increase the performance or anything of the vehicle. I'm going to try again to see if we can get lucky to get an engine or a battery. So I have now tried 2 vehicles and I still have yet to find an engine or a battery. That vehicle will not work because it is broken down. This vehicle here is also broken down and will not give you what you're looking for. This is vehicle number 3 we're trying. And we have gotten lucky and we did get an engine from this vehicle. Now we can keep trying. There's a second engine from the same vehicle. So you can get more than 1 engine from 1 vehicle. So from that 1 truck, we were able to get 2 engines. Now I'm going to try that van to see if I can get lucky and get a battery. While wrenching the van, as you see, I was able to get 1 battery. This is completely RNG based, so you will have to try a couple of vehicles more than likely. There are different traders inside of the game. Trader Bob is known as the vehicle trader because he carries the items for vehicles. Now, when I talk to Trader Bob, you will see that he is selling bicycle handlebars for 2,250 coin. There's also an engine here for 3,000 coin. So you can get these items from the trader if you happen to travel into the desert and meet Trader Bob. You can also get vehicle quest reward bundles for completing a quest line, such as we complete tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, so forth and so on. Now, if you do grab one of these bundles, they will have 3 vehicle books, all the wheels you need to craft that particular vehicle. So if it's a motorcycle or mini bike, you will have 2 vehicles, a truck bundle will have 4, and a gyrocopter bundle will have 3 wheels. And there will also be a random chance to either get the chassis or the accessory or handlebar depending on the vehicle the bundle is for. In the game, there are 7 different types of vehicle mods. We do not have a single vehicle that takes all the mods, but you do have vehicles that will take anywhere from 2 upwards to 5 mods at a time. This mod is the Vehicle Fuel Saver mod, and it will make it so you use 50% less fuel when driving a vehicle. This mod is the Vehicle Off-Road Headlight mod, and it increases the visibility of the headlights of your vehicle. Now you will turn this on by pressing F on your keyboard. This mod is the Vehicle Supercharger mod, and it increases the vehicle's acceleration and top speed, but it also uses more fuel. As you will see on the screen, there is the coding that's inside the game to kind of show you the speeds of this mod. This mod is the Vehicle Expanded Seating mod, and it adds additional seating to your vehicle. This mod is the Vehicle Reserve Fuel Tank mod, and it increases the vehicle's fuel storage by 50%. This mod is the Vehicle Plow mod and is specifically for the 4x4 truck. It reduces the damage the vehicle receives when hit by objects in the front of the vehicle. It also increases the damage done by the vehicle to blocks as well as zombies. This mod is the Vehicle Armor mod and is specifically for the motorcycle and gyrocopter. Like the Plow mod, it reduces the damage the vehicle receives when hit by objects in the front of the vehicle, and it also increases the damage done by the vehicle to blocks as well as zombies. Now, as you would see in here as I went through all the mods, there are books under each one of them. These are the schematics. You either have to find these or buy them from the trader in order to make the mods. Now, you can also find them in loot, so keep your eye out for that. We will now talk about each vehicle separately. Each section will show the vehicle inspection screen that will show mod slots, speed, and other information. You will need to place the vehicle down first to access this ability, and we will go over what mods that vehicle can use and what it looks like on the vehicle. We will also go over the fuel tank size on the vehicle with and without the fuel reserve mod. We will also go over how much gas is used when driving like normal or when using turbo. We will not convert the numbers into in-game distances, but this will show you how much more gas is used between driving normally and using turbo. Finally, we will also go over the storage capacity of each vehicle. The bicycle is the first vehicle you will get in the game. The main purpose of the bike is to give you a means of transportation that is faster than walking and also gives you some additional storage at the start of the game. You can make the bicycle and the workbench like all of the other vehicles, but you can also get the bicycle for free. To get a free bike, you will need to complete 10 tier 1 quests from the trader. You can see how far along on your quest line you are by going over here to quest, and next to tier 1 it shows I am 0 for 10. As you can see on this screen, I am currently 9 for 10 on my tier 1 quest. All I have to do is complete one more job to get the free bicycle. I have just completed my last quest, which will now make me 10 for 10 on tier 1 quest.
I guess I'm gonna have to pay you now.
After I accept this initial reward, I will now have the option to choose, and I will now have this choice of a free bike. These other 4 items can be random, but the bike will always be there. Sadly, you will not be able to do this for any other vehicle in the game, as you will need to craft each of those. The bike is the only vehicle in the game that does not require gas, and it will use your stamina instead. As you see at the bottom left, my stamina is going down the more that I use the bike. As I begin to pedal, you will see how quickly my stamina is going down. Looks like we're doing about 4 stamina every time. Now, if you are going to have to travel a long distance, I do recommend getting some coffee and drinking that before your bike ride. What this will do, as I pedal, you will see here I'm now only using 3 stamina every time instead of the 4. However, once I stop pedaling, my stamina will start to increase significantly compared to when I do not have a coffee in my system. To get to the inspection screen of any vehicle, you will have to look at the vehicle and hold down E. From here, go to the top right to where it says open, and this will bring us to the inspection screen. On the inspection screen, we will see that the bike has 1500 hit points, it goes 8 meters per second, and has 1 seat. We can also see that the bike can have 2 mods attached at one time. However, the bike only has 1 mod that it uses, and this is the Vehicle Off-Road Headlights mod. When we add the mod to the bike, you will see we have 4 flashlights on the front of the bike, and this will act as our new headlights. For the bike, we will not go over the fuel tank size and how much gas is used, since there is no gas used with the bike, and you will only use your stamina. The bike offers 1 row of storage, which will hold up to 9 items. To craft the bike, you will first need to make the bicycle chassis as well as the handlebars. To make the chassis, you are going to need forged iron, mechanical parts, duct tape, leather and springs, And for the handlebars, you will need duct tape, leather, mechanical parts, short iron pipes, and springs. Once you have those parts, you will also need 2 wheels as well as 1 mechanical part. The next vehicle you can craft is the minibike. This vehicle is your introduction into the engine-powered vehicles and what they can do. This will allow you to explore further by going faster than what you can on your bicycle. The positive and negative for this is the same, meaning you have to use gas instead of stamina. On the inspection screen, we can see that the minibike has 2,000 hit points and it goes 9 meters per second, and it has 1 seat. We can also see that the minibike can equip 3 mods at one time. The mods that the minibike can use are the vehicle fuel saver mod. This mod does not have a visible change when equipped. The next mod is the vehicle off-road headlights mod. When you equip this mod to your minibike, you will have 1 large flashlight placed in front of the minibike. The next mod is a vehicle supercharger mod. When you put this on the minibike, you will see that a battery is now on your minibike as well as a pulley system. The vehicle expanded seating mod will add a lawn chair to the back of the minibike, and this will allow you to now have up to 2 players on this vehicle. The last mod is the vehicle reserve fuel tank mod. By putting this on the vehicle, you will now have 2 jerry cans right up front, so that way you can increase the fuel capacity. The minibike has a default fuel capacity of 1,000 units of gas and a 1,800 capacity with the reserve tank mod attached. The vehicle will use 0.002 gas when driving like normal and 0.0122 when turbo driving. The minibike offers 3 rows of storage for a total storage capacity of 27 slots. To make the minibike, you will need the chassis, handlebars, wheels, engine, as well as a car battery. To make the chassis, you will need forged iron, mechanical parts, duct tape, leather, as well as electrical parts. And for the handlebars, you will need mechanical parts, springs, headlight, electrical parts, and a short iron pipe. The next vehicle you can craft is the motorcycle. This vehicle provides you a means of traveling faster and for a longer distance. This is the perfect vehicle to explore within a certain distance of your base and be able to get back quickly. The storage capacity will also help take back more items than the 2 previous vehicles. On the inspection screen, we can see that the motorcycle has 4,000 hit points, goes 14 meters per second, and has 1 seat. We can also see that the motorcycle can equip 4 mods at one time. The motorcycle is able to use the vehicle fuel saver mod, which does not give it a visible change. It can also use the vehicle off-road headlights mod, which will add headlights to the front of the motorcycle. It can also use the vehicle supercharger mod. This will allow the vehicle to go quicker, but it does not have a visible change to the vehicle. The vehicle expanded seating mod will add an extra seat to the back of the motorcycle. This will allow 2 people to travel on the motorcycle versus only 1 like default. The vehicle reserve fuel tank mod will add 2 canisters of fuel to the front of the motorcycle. And lastly, it can use the vehicle armor mod. This will add plating to the front of the vehicle, so that way when you are driving, you can take out zombies quicker without doing as much damage to the motorcycle. The motorcycle has a default fuel capacity of 3,000 units of gas and a 5,400 capacity with the reserve tank mod attached. The vehicle will use 0.002 gas when driving like normal and 0.0101 with turbo driving. The motorcycle offers 4 rows of storage for a total storage capacity of 36 slots. To craft the motorcycle, you will need 2 wheels, the chassis, the handlebars, an engine, and a car battery. To make the chassis, you will need steel, mechanical parts, duct tape, leather, and electrical parts. To make the handlebars, you will need mechanical parts, duct tape, headlight, electrical parts, and forged steel. The next vehicle you can craft is the 4x4 truck. This vehicle provides a lot of storage that is very useful when relocating your base and going on big looting trips. The game says the truck goes the same speed as a motorcycle, but it does feel slower and is a little harder to maneuver. The truck is also great in multiplayer servers as many players can ride together. On the inspection screen, we can see that the 4x4 has 8,000 hit points, goes 14 meters per second, and has 4 seats. We can also see that the 4x4 can equip 5 mods at one time. The mods that the 4x4 can use are the Vehicle Fuel Saver mod. This mod has no visible change. It can use the Vehicle Off-Road Headlights mod. By putting this on, we now have lights at the top of the vehicle. The Vehicle Supercharger mod, this will add it so you can see an engine coming out of the top of the hood. The Vehicle Expanded Seating mod, which will lower the tailgate and give you 2 additional seats for a total of 6 in this truck. The Vehicle Reserved Fuel Tank mod, which will give you 2 gas cans, 1 on each side on the back of the truck. The last mod is the Vehicle Plow mod, which is specifically for this vehicle. And by putting this on, you will have an actual plow on the front of the truck. The 4x4 has a default fuel capacity of 10,000 units of gas and a capacity of 18,000 units with the reserve tank mod attached. The vehicle will use 0.002 gas when driving like normal and 0.00811 with turbo driving. The 4x4 offers 9 rows of storage for a total storage capacity of 81 slots. To craft the 4x4 truck, you will need 4 wheels, the chassis, the accessories, an engine, and a battery. To make the accessories, you will need electrical parts, headlights, short iron pipes, springs, and mechanical parts. To make the chassis, you will need forged steel, mechanical parts, duct tape, leather, and electrical parts. The final vehicle you can craft is the gyrocopter. This vehicle is perfect for exploring faraway distances, and you can go into the air and drive without any objects getting in your way. However, it does take some practice to get used to the controls of this vehicle. You will hold W to move forward and press the spacebar to go up, and use the C key to point the vehicle down to descend. But be careful when going down, because if you go down too quick, you can crash. The best way I have found to land the gyrocopter is to press E once you are only a few feet from the ground. You will be ejected from the gyrocopter and it will land on the ground. However, since you are close to the ground, you will not get hurt. Just make sure you do not press the E key while in the air. On the inspection screen, we can see that the gyrocopter has 3,500 hit points, it goes 15 meters per second, and it has 2 seats. We can also see that the gyrocopter can equip 4 mods at one time. The gyrocopter can use the following mods. The Vehicle Fuel Saver mod, when you put this on, you will have a shield in the front of the gyrocopter. The Vehicle Off-Road Headlight mod, what this does, it will add a battery as well as a big light to the top of the gyrocopter. The Vehicle Supercharger mod, when you equip this, the fin on the back of the gyrocopter does change. The Vehicle Reserve Fuel Tank mod does not have a visible change on the gyrocopter. The last mod is the Vehicle Armor mod, and this will add plating to the front of the gyrocopter to keep it safer. Now, one thing to note, even though this is covering the front, you can have this on the vehicle along with the Vehicle Fuel Saver mod. The gyrocopter has a default fuel capacity of 2,000 units of gas and a 3,600 capacity with the reserve tank mod attached. The vehicle will use 0.002 gas when driving like normal and 0.008 11 with turbo driving. The gyrocopter offers 5 rows of storage for a total storage capacity of 45 slots. To craft the gyrocopter, you will need 3 wheels, the chassis, accessories, an engine, and a car battery. To make the accessories, you will need electrical parts, headlights, short iron pipes, mechanical parts, and springs. To make the chassis, you will need forged steel, mechanical parts, duct tape, leather, and electrical parts. Thank you for watching today's beginner guide video on vehicles. I do hope you learned something new, and if you do have any additional tips or tricks in regards to vehicles, please leave them down in the comments below so other players can learn from them. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe, as we will have more beginner guides coming in the future, and at the time of this recording, we will have a new series starting on the channel in 2 days. Again, I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you also learned something. Thank you again for checking out the video, and I will see you in the next one.